friends, and welcome back to our homestead. Today I want to share with you my recipe of a very special and a simple cookie that we make every year at Christmas time. I'm going to be making gem thumbprint cookies, and this recipe I learned, probably the first recipe I learned when I came to the United States a long time ago, and it's very special and dear to me, and I make it every year. So later on today my nieces are coming over to help me to actually put them together, but I need to make the dough because the dough needs to go and sit and chill in the fridge for half an hour to 40 minutes, maybe even an hour. So let me show you the ingredients we're gonna need, and let me tell you, simple stuff. All right, so here I have 3 sticks of soft unsalted butter. Okay, and if you guys don't know what a stick is, it's okay. I'm gonna put all of the ingredients in the description box in a metric system as well. All right, so 3 sticks of butter. I'm gonna be needing 1 cup of plain white sugar. Okay, I'm gonna be needing 4 egg yolks, and egg whites I'm gonna be saving for later. I'm gonna need them later. I'm gonna be using 3 cups of all-purpose white flour, a little bit of vanilla, and this is my homemade vanilla extract that I have. I'm going to be using walnuts for this recipe, but if you don't like walnuts, you can use any other nut you like. So I'm going to be needing 2 cups of walnuts that I'm going to crush up into finer, little bit, like almost like a dust, like a walnut meal pretty much. Okay, and also I'm going to need some sort of jams, and here I have my peach jam, blueberry peach jam, and this one is just a 4 fruit preserves. It's a mixture. So, but you guys can choose any jam you want. Only one suggestion I may make is that jams work better than jellies. Jellies are very watery once they're baking, and it makes a lot of mess, and it all oozes out of the cookie. So let's start making this dough. I'm gonna start by separating my eggs, and I need 4 egg whites and 4 egg yolks. Oh, don't roll away, buddy. So I have my homegrown eggs here, and what I'm doing is I'm just separating them because I'm gonna need egg yolks for the dough and egg whites for later on. So I'm gonna save them. You can put them in a fridge, so they will be nice and safe for you to be used later in this recipe. All right, so I'm just separating them. And I like to use a mixer. You can use a stand-up mixer, or you can use like a KitchenAid mixer of some sort, because it makes life so much easier. Because step number 1, we're going to need to literally melt the butter with sugar. So I have my nice my mixer here, and I'm putting all my soft butter in here. And to that, I'm using a whisk because I'm gonna whisk it together until sugar literally disappears in this recipe. So it kind of melts with the butter. All right, so I'm gonna take 1 cup of sugar. Okay, it's gonna go in here, and to this right away I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla. I feel like vanilla is such a good addition to all of the baking. All right, so let me just grab a nice healthy teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and I'm gonna turn this on, so I'm probably gonna mute the sound because we don't want to listen to the mixer going, but I'm going to mix this all, and I'm going to keep scraping the walls, making sure that everything is nicely mixed together, creamed together. All right, so it's been beating for about 2.5 minutes, and it's creamed very nicely, and the sugar pretty much melted into the butter. At this point, I'm going to be adding the eggs. Okay, and I'm going to be mixing all of that together with eggs again. At this point, I'm going to actually change the attachment from the whisk to this palette, so you will make the dough for me. Okay. All right, so I'm just shaking off all this butter. Oops, without making a mess, hopefully. And let's start adding the flour. All right, notice that there is no baking soda, no baking powder in it, nothing. All right, super simple. I'm just going gonna whisk 3 cups of flour here because I don't want any lumps in here or anything like that. And I know my flour thinks they clumped up. Look at this big clump. Just gonna break it up. So 3 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? And that's all I'm gonna be doing right now. Just sifting it, and so I can add it to the mixture, the egg and butter mixture, to make nice and soft dough. I'm gonna try not to overwork it because I want it to be soft. So I'm gonna be adding a little bit at a time. But as soon as it comes into what resembles dough, I'm gonna turn it off so it's not overworked. When I make these cookies, and I make them only at winter before Christmas time, and I've been making them for a long time now, and it's amazing how it brings the memories of my first Christmas here in the United States when my mama was still with us. And it's nostalgic, definitely nostalgic. All right, let's just push through my little clumps, break them up. All right, so let me start adding that into the mixture here, a little bit at a time, okay? A little bit at a time. I'm gonna turn this on, and I'm gonna do this slow because I don't want the flour to give me big flour dust. Okay, I think this dough is ready. So I'm gonna take it all out of the bowl here, right here on the surface, and I'm gonna finish mixing it all here on the surface. It's very buttery, so just like sugar cookie, okay? Just like sugar cookie, but there is no additives to it whatsoever. So this dough is not gonna puff up in the oven. It's gonna be just the size that you make it to be. It's gonna be that size. So let me take it all out here. So I'm gonna combine it together so it resembles shape of dough. All right. And I need to prepare it for the refrigerator where it's gonna sit and chill and cool, and all the flavors will marry together. All right. So because this thumbprints, when I'm gonna be, let me push this out of the way. Oh, it's very soft. Look at that. It's a beautiful dough. Very buttery. I mean, you saw how much butter went in here. That's why it's going to be good. All right, so I'm just going to make a little square out of it. I would say a little square, right? And then I'm just going to take a knife and I'm going to cut it into smaller sections because I like to freeze dough when it comes to this in smaller sections. That way I can take out how much I need and work with that. And if I don't want to bake all of it right away, I don't have to. So I'm just gonna take my plastic wrap here, and I'm gonna just wrap individually, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge for at least half an hour, maybe even more, maybe like 40 minutes until my nieces arrive so we can do this together. I know they're looking forward to being in the kitchen with me. All right, so this has been chilling for about 30 to 40 minutes, and now I need to start working on this dough. And my little nieces came to visit me, so they're gonna help me out, right, girls? Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you guys excited? All right, so let's do this. So what I have here is just a plain dough, and I saved a little bit of flour. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of flour on the surface. All right, and I need to roll this out into a rope. You know what a rope looks like? Well, like a rope, like a rope. Yeah. So I need to make a rope out of it. So what I'm gonna do is, the butter is very cold. So I need to roll it out like a thick rope, okay? And it's breaking apart on me. Maybe because it's too cold now. That happens, okay? So I need to like roll it out. Maybe I should call it a sausage, not a rope. Sausage is more like it, right? Like kielbasa, right, girls? My kielbasa is falling apart. All right, it's okay. It's all right. It will work. Trust me. Every year we do this, and every year misbehaves when it's just cold out of the fridge, but it will get better. So I have this little rope I made, and it's about an inch thick, little sausage looking thing. And then I'm going to be cutting them into about half an inch thick little slices. Okay, just like that. If you like huge cookies, hey, cut them bigger, but I like them small. So now I have this tiny little piece, which is about half an inch thick. And girls, this is what you do, okay? You roll it into a tiny little bowl, just like this, right? And then, why is it called thumbprints? Because you take your thumb and you go, eh! Here comes a thumbprint. So it's a tiny little one. But you know what? It's okay, because once it's baking, it's gonna get a little bit bigger, all right? So let's make a couple of them. So here you go, my dear. Roll it up a little bit. Do you wanna roll one up?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Just roll it up a little bit, okay? Roll it up. Just like this, and create like a little bowl, and then boom, right in the middle, press it down with the thumb, with the finger. Oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Yep, just like this. All right. So this is the next
rolling.
step.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling. It's looking really good. Yep, perfect. Okay, perfect.
Now you put your thumb in there.
Just like that. Well, sort of. Okay, yeah, that's gonna work. That's gonna work because it's because it warmed up on your hands, because your hands are nice and warm. So see, you're creating like a little thumbprint, like a little tiny gravy boat, okay? Just like that. And then the next step is, remember those egg whites we had left over?
Yeah.
Well, you fluff them up a little bit, just like this, okay? Nothing special. And then you dunk them into these egg whites, just like this, okay? And then I have some walnuts. And this is just about 2 cups of walnuts that I crushed up into fine little, almost like a meal or something. And so now that it's being dunked in the egg white, you get this dunked in this, okay? And then I'm gonna put it down on the, I don't know if you can see it, I'm gonna put it on my cookie sheet, all right, cookie sheet. And this is gonna be your job, ladies, all right? We have a couple of jams here. We have a blueberry peach jam, we have a peach jam, we got ourselves some sort of a mixed fruit preserve, right? You're gonna take a spoon and very little, just on the tip of it, just like this, okay? You're gonna be scooping it and putting it right inside. Ta-da! All right. I like to use jams and not jellies, because jellies can melt and they can run, and it will be a very messy job. All right. Again, we're gonna be dunk it a little bit in the egg white, dunk it in the nut, and put it here. Make a little space for the, and we're gonna put a little bit of jam in it. Yeah, not much, because we don't want it to run. So let's fill up this tray before we put it in the oven. The oven is warming up to 375 degrees. So it's gonna be nice and hot and ready for us. And we're gonna bake them, and they're gonna be delicious. All right, okay, let's do it. Press it down, awesome.
Like this.
Perfect, yes. So you can make them bigger if you like. I like them little, because then you pop one in the mouth and it melts right there. All right.
Can I put one in?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead. So as far as nuts, you can use any nuts you like. So if you like almonds, use almonds. If you like cashews, use whatever you like. Walnuts, any kind of tree nut. Some people even use peanuts. I've never tried it with peanuts, but you can use peanuts too, I think. All right. You want more? Here you go. Good job, honey. All right, I'm gonna dunk them. Oh, I need to dunk them in this as well. It's a little messy job, but it's okay. Somebody's got to do it.
It's gonna be delicious.
It's gonna be delicious. Good job, just like that. And then you can pick which jam you want to put inside, because we've got 3 different ones. Okay, ladies?
Is that a whole nut? Yeah, it's a whole nut that didn't get.
It didn't break. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's gonna go into the oven, 375 for about 10 minutes. But because these guys are so little, it may be even take less than 10. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna check on it after 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and they should be golden and delicious. All right, ladies. Oh, sideways. Timer goes on. I'm gonna put for 9 minutes just because I wanna make sure it doesn't burn. So let's start working on the next one, all right? Some of them are a little messy, but they're gonna be delicious. All right, girls, go ahead, take a bite. Let me know what you think.
It tastes good.
It tastes good? It's a sugar cookie and it breaks in your mouth.
And I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
What is that? That's a nut. So you like that? This part, you like that part? Yeah. It's really good. Thank you, girls, for helping. Did you have fun? All right.
Can you say thank you, Lily?
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, friends. So on this note, I hope you are encouraged to make some cookies. This is a simple recipe. It's so easy to make and it's delicious. So be encouraged and try something new.